The controversy surrounding emails tied to presidential candidate Hillary Clinton continues with the latest revelation that a State Department official tried to keep the FBI from marking one of those emails as classified. WSJ reporter Devlin Barrett joins us now from Washington with more. Hi, Devlin. So this goes back to a single email from 2015 pertaining to the investigation into the Benghazi attacks. Is that right?
That's right, and it was an email that investigators and FOIA officers had found as they started to go through Hillary Clinton's emails, and it sparked off this big bureaucratic turf fight between the State Department and the FBI.
And who is the State Department official being named here?
It's Patrick Kennedy. He's a longtime State Department official. He's still there now. He's a senior official, and some Republicans are so upset about this that they're calling for him to be removed from the job. State Department says they're not going to do that.
All right, let's back up just a moment. How did these newly released documents come to light now?
Well, the FBI has been, bit by bit, releasing more and more of their investigative files from their investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server while working as Secretary of State. And so on Monday, yesterday, they released a bunch of interview summaries with various officials. And included in those summaries are interviews with State Department employees and FBI employees, and they talk about this back and forth over this particular Benghazi email. And
does it turn out then that senior State Department officials were even trying to exert similar pressure within their own department?
Within their department, too, yes. One of the interview summaries recounts a description by a State Department official saying that every time that as they worked on the emails, felt like they should mark something classified, they were pressured by some bosses above that, it really didn't need to be classified. They were doing it wrong.
Right.
And that person told the FBI they felt intense pressure not to mark things as classified.
Now, what could perhaps be the most damaging is a quid pro quo element to this story. What was allegedly offered to the FBI in exchange for potentially marking the email unclassified?
Right. So one of the interview summaries even uses the phrase quid pro quo to describe the offer. The offer was apparently that in exchange for judging the email to be unclassified, the State Department would grant something the FBI had wanted for a long time, which was to get more of its agents in dangerous countries overseas, like Iraq. Mm-hmm. Officials in both agencies say that deal never went forward, but a lot of Republicans are crying foul because they don't think such a quid pro quo should have ever even been discussed or contemplated. And they think it smacks of an attempt to basically influence the outcome before the investigation was finished.
Absolutely. But to be fair, did someone else at the FBI remember it slightly differently, saying that the initial suggestion perhaps came from the FBI?
Right. And this happens in investigations where two people will describe the same event slightly differently. In one interview, a person recounts it seeming to say that Kennedy raised the possibility of a quid pro quo. Another FBI person describes the same sequence as saying, no, it was actually an FBI official who raised the possibility of an exchange of favors. And it's unclear from all the notes, who exactly first broached the issue, but they definitely discussed it before they eventually rejected the idea.
All right, certainly unsavory stuff, regardless how you look at it. All right, Devlin Barrett, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.